I did a video earlier, and there's some information that has just been leaked. They've been talking about it for quite some time. Before the attack happened on in Israel, okay, Egyptians warned the Jews, okay, in Israel 3 days prior. Okay, that's like Egyptians telling United States they will be under attack in 3 days. Okay, if somebody tells you you're going to be under attack in 3 days, okay, especially you know that some people are radical, right? You're going to take necessary precautions, right? So if Egyptians, okay, warned Israel 3 days, you guys, 3 days prior, okay, prior. I did not know this. Now I seen Egyptians at the border trying to get into Palestine, Hamas, okay, to help them. But I did not know that 3 days prior, you guys, okay, 3 days prior to Israel being targeted, okay, Israel was warned that there was going to be attack. So my question is, okay, did Israel know, okay, that innocent people, children, women, men were going to be sacrificed, okay? Because what I'm actually seeing, you guys, this brings me back to Hawaii in some ways. It's kind of similar in some ways, okay? The reason why I say it's kind of similar in some ways is because of the land, okay? They need the land, okay? Now, there is tunnels underneath Israel and Hamas, okay? Supposedly the tunnels, there's no access to these tunnels, okay? The people know about these tunnels. So my question is, 3 days prior, 3 days, you guys, okay, prior, Egypt warned Israel that there would be attack, okay? So why didn't the government in Tel Aviv, okay, warn the people, sound the alarms, sound the sirens, okay? The sirens, you guys, the sirens, okay? So what I'm getting, and I've got this before, okay? I talked about this earlier, okay? What is really going on in Israel? Okay, they knew they was going to be under attack 3 days prior. The Egyptian government told them that they were going to be under attack in 3 days prior. Okay, I don't see the people in Israel. Okay, so the government was informed. It wasn't just Israel that was informed about this attack. Okay, so my question is, did the government know? You guys have to ask these questions, okay? Because people are saying, and I wrote some things down, you guys. Now, what is interesting too, okay, because I had to go back and watch it to make sure I was hearing what I was actually hearing, okay? Now, the Jewish guy that is running Israel, okay, I don't like him. I never liked him. There's something about him, okay, that I never really, I'm not into politics, you guys, okay? I really don't care who is who, but my question is, if you knew that your country was going to be attacked, okay, 3 days prior, why didn't you sound the sirens? Think about this, okay? The sirens were never, they never went off. These people never knew what was going to happen. I mean, people were out there in a concert, okay? People were going about their everyday life, okay? That's like here in the United States. If we are told that we are going to be under attack in 3 days, we would we would hope the government would tell us, okay, to prepare us from this. And if they don't tell us this, then obviously we know there's something they're hiding, okay? This kind of reminds me of Hawaii. The reason why I'm saying that is, you guys, is the land, okay? The land, okay? Now, this is I'm going to say something. The guy in Israel, okay, if anybody can comment and put his name, he said a couple days prior, because I had to watch it, okay? This is what he stated, okay? Let me find him. I don't even know how to say his name. And obviously, this guy is not stupid, you guys, okay? And now they're saying the army was incapable to... This doesn't make sense. The government was unable to tell the people, or was not equipped. Obviously, they're equipped. Okay, if they're sending missiles over to Hamas, they're obviously equipped. Okay, so what I'm getting, you guys, and what I've been picking up from day one since this happened, okay, it kind of reminds me of Hawaii. See, the thing is, people jump the gun because they don't know that, you know, we hear things on TV, we hear things in the news channel, but you guys really have to be free thinkers out here, okay? Free thinkers. Don't be biased of what you're actually hearing, okay? Because they're telling us what's really going on. Okay, listen to this. 3 days prior, 3 days. Okay, 3 days prior to the strike in Israel, the Israel government was notified by the Egyptians that there was going to be a strike in Israel. Why didn't they alarm the sirens? Why didn't they alarm the people in Israel? Okay. One, because obviously they did not want them to know, okay, knowing that they're going to be collateral damage here, okay, because they wanted this war started, okay. War is where they make money, okay, but there's a lot of innocent people that are going to be in the crosshairs of this, that are going to die, that are going to suffer, okay. Now, I did a video earlier and I said that you have to go back to the past to understand what is really going on right now, okay? Israel was promised from the British a long time ago, okay? Israel was promised to these people that are on the land in Israel, okay? The Palestinians, always, the people from Hamas, always thought this was their land. They always been there, okay? They were pushed out of the land, okay? So you have to know the full story before you start to believe, like that magician, okay, that plays tricks on us, okay? So my thing is, I didn't jump the gun with no conclusions, okay? Because I don't like war, you guys, okay? Because people suffer in war, people die in war, people go hungry in war. And this is what we're seeing now, because the water supplies, the electric has been cut off. Okay, so you're going to get diseases, you're going to get famine, okay? You're going to get all kinds of stuff. And these people cannot leave. They cannot exit out of Hamas. Even if they try to leave, they cannot exit, okay? Because all the routes are being secured. So they can't exit out, okay? So you're going to get people that are going to die from hunger, okay? No water. Okay, they did the same thing in Hawaii. They cut the water supply. Okay, they cut the electric. Okay, so what is the agenda here? Okay, so I'm going to come back and do another video on this, you guys, because I want to pull some cards on this. Because what I'm picking up, and I had picked this up from day one, that this is a smoke and mirrors for a bigger agenda. Okay, the agenda is war itself. Not just that, it's land itself. Okay, they want that land. So in order to get that land, they have to have a war, because there's no other way they can get this land. So 3 days prior, let that sink in. 3 days prior, the Egyptian government told Israel that they were going to be under attack. So it's not that Israel wasn't equipped or prepared, okay, or they didn't take heed of what was to come, okay. The thing is, they wanted this war, okay. The reason they wanted this war is for lands, okay, because they can't. The guy in Israel said, okay, now he said this, you guys, go back, you can even see this. I'm going to find a video where he actually said this out his own mouth, okay. This is what he says. He says he wants to change the map of the region for the next 50 years. Okay, this is prior to Israel being attacked from Hamas. Okay, he said this on national TV. This is recorded and documented. Okay, he said he wants to change the map of the region of Hamas. Okay, now there's only two things that can happen from this. One is the war that has already started. Okay, now I said that these people have been fighting for many, many years, and they're going to make this Muslims against Christians. Okay, they're going to divide the Muslims and Christians because not all Muslims don't like Christians. Okay, you have these radical groups that don't like Christians. Okay, and then you have people on the other side that are Christians that don't like Muslims for whatever reason. Okay, they could have a family member that died. Okay, because these people over there have been fighting for years and years and years. If you talk to somebody that is from the region or know people from around the region, like my friend that's Egyptian, that has a lot of knowledge, that lived during the war that they had, okay, a long time ago, okay, with Israel, that knows the history of this, okay, that is not Muslim, that is Christian, okay, he's a Christian, okay, and he knows the story, he knows the history, he knows what his people endured, okay, and he knows what the Israel people endured, okay, and he knows what the people that are going to endure now, okay. This is Israel and Hamas, okay. So my thing is, if you knew 3 days prior, you guys, okay, pay attention to what you're hearing, because they're actually telling us what's really going on, but are we really listening? Okay, so 3 days prior, okay, Israel was told that they were going to be invaded 3 days prior. So this is a land grab, okay, this is murder, okay, of the Israel people and the Palestinian people, and innocent people are dying or will be dying because of the lack of government that does not want to stand or say the truth. Okay, if you don't stand and say the truth because your own agenda, okay, because you want land, you want money, okay, you want to, not just the land, you guys, okay, it's more than just the land, okay. You want to get rid of a whole race of people. How is that even possible? Okay, how is that possible? Okay, the only thing that can come out of this, you guys, and I hope and pray for the people that are listening to me, you know, this is really sad even to watch this. Children are being bombed, the elderly are being bombed. I mean, a lot of people are being bombed, people are being kidnapped. We have Americans that are dead or missing. We don't know. Okay, there's 22 American people. Okay, I'm American and I'm proud to be American. Okay, there's 22 American people, my fellow Americans, that are missing. Okay, 22. No, 22 Americans have been captured and killed. They have been killed. 22 Americans have been killed. And 16 been missing because the Israel government did not warn the people that this was going to come, and the Egyptians told them 3 days prior. So do they have dementia, or they have amnesia. What do you call that? Where you forget stuff? Or they see now? Okay, I'm just saying. Or they have dementia all of a sudden. Okay, just think about this, you guys. Okay, going forward. Um, I'm not taking side. I'm not taking sides with the Israel's, and I'm not taking sides with the Hamas. But we have to think about this stuff. Okay, they were warned by the Egyptians, okay, 3 days prior to them being attacked. So why wasn't there sirens going off 3 days prior? Why wasn't the people in Israel talking about, oh, we need to make sure we have security because the Egyptians said there was going to be attack, okay, on our land. So we need to prepare people so they can do what they have to do because we don't know what's going to happen. Land, water, and air. Okay. Just saying. Okay. There's no way Israel just got dementia. Okay. So they wanted this war. Okay. They wanted this war for land. And I don't have to pull no cards. Okay. They wanted this land for war. And they want this land because of the tunnels that are underneath Israel that they already have control of. Okay. And the tunnels that are underneath Hamas. Okay. These tunnels run all into Egypt. Okay, just saying. All right. And this guy, he says something that's very makes sense. Okay. They had talks prior about Israel and Hamas. Okay. Because I had to write this down because there's so much information coming out on this, you guys. And I feel like we fully don't have the full story. Okay. We're just getting to the beginning of the story. Think of it as a book. You just open the beginning of the book, right? But there's more there's more chapters in this book, okay? That we fully don't truly understand what's really going on. Okay, we know this is a land grab. We know that innocent people are involved. Even the Americans could have said, "Look, we heard that Israel is going to be attacked in 3 days." The people from UK, we heard the Israel is going to be attacked in 3 days. Why weren't these people notified? Why didn't the sirens go off? Why didn't they announce it all over? The horns in Israel, they have horns. They use the horns in the biblical sense. Okay, this reminds me of the in the Bible, the Old Testament, an eye for an eye. Okay, so if they cannot live together under one democracy, okay, as Israel, as Jews, and as Palestinians, then what else can they do? This war been going on since what, the 70s or even before the 70s? 47 this war has been going on. 1947 this war has been going on. Okay, because the Israels were promised their land. They came to that land from Europe, and the Palestinians were already on that land and were told this was not their land. So they were pushed to the edge by the water, okay? And that's like somebody coming to your land and tell you, this is not your land, you have to go, okay? And push you to the edge of the water. This happens all over the Caribbean islands. This happens in South America. People come over, they take over the land, and then they push all the other people that have been there for so long by the water, by the coastlines, okay? If you go to the Caribbean islands, most of the people that were pushed off their land are by the sea, okay? Because they can't push them out to the sea, okay? Just saying. They if they could, they would, but they can't. So this is a land grab, okay? A land grab, okay? Now, I don't know if Israel's trying to make a smart city, okay? Just saying, because Hawaii obviously is making a smart city. Texas is making a smart city, okay? Are we next, you guys? Are we next? Okay? Are we next? Okay? This is what we have to ask ourselves. Are we next? Okay? Because we can be next, okay? So we do have to pay attention to this because we don't know how far this will go. Now, I did say earlier in an earlier video, it's interesting that they're not showing video of what's going on in the surrounding areas, because Egypt borders Palestine and Israel. They border each other, okay? And there's people that are at the border right now that want to get into Palestine to help the Palestinians, the Egyptians, the Muslim Egyptians, okay? Not the Christian Egyptians, the Muslim Egyptians. So what they're going to do is they're going to put Muslim against Christians. You guys, I mean, I can't even make this up, okay? It's in the divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Everybody knows about divide and conquer in war. You have to divide a nation, and then once you divide it, you conquer it, right? We all know that. The oldest trick in war is to divide and conquer a place. Once you can divide it, you can conquer it. So the only way they can conquer the Hamas, the Palestinians, is to divide them, and then they're going to conquer them, okay? The same thing with Israel. They have to divide them so they can conquer them. And the Israel people don't even know that now they're waking up to the truth that they were warned 3 days prior. So there was no warnings for these people, okay? So somebody should be charged for this. Somebody should be held accountable for this, okay? Because there has been lives that are lost. There has been people that are still missing, that are being held right now by crazy radical people that are willing to die for Allah. I mean, just crazy, okay? And I'm not siding with nobody, but somebody needs to be charged for this, because why didn't you set the alarms? Why didn't you notify the people? Okay, we need to hold everybody accountable, because my fellow Americans were over there too. So why didn't they warn the people, American people that was in Israel 3 days prior, that they were going to be under attack, and get the Americans out of there, okay? If Israel wanted to start this war, then they at least should have got us fellow Americans out of there. Just saying, okay? So we need to hold people accountable, you guys, okay? The people that you vote in office, you need to start holding them accountable, okay? If they're not speaking the truth, okay, they got to go, all right? If they don't have our best interest at heart, they got to go, okay? And we know the ones, and that's very few, that are in there that have our best interests at heart. I love my country, you guys. I love my country, okay? But I do not like the lies. I do not like the deception, okay? Hi, Jen. It's Renee Marie Long. Hey, how are you doing? So I just want you guys to know that 3 days prior to Israel, okay, being attacked by these radical people, talk about Allah, Allah, okay, because not all Muslims are radical, okay? Some Muslims are radical, and these Muslims, they have two kinds of, you guys need to educate yourself, okay? There's two kinds of Muslims. You have Shiite and you have Sunni, okay? The Sunni and Shia have been fighting the Christians for a very long time. This is not new over there, and this is not new in the Middle East. Now, we have predicted, because I've seen this on the news, they have predicted that there was going to be a war in the Middle East, okay? They knew this was going to happen, okay? So, and a lot of people knew this was going to happen, okay? But my question is, why didn't anybody say anything? They knew 3 days. They had 3 days to at least warn people that they were going to be under attack. So you got innocent people like me and you. Just imagine that happened here in the United States. Okay? That the United States got warned 3 days prior to getting something done, and nobody has done anything about it. Okay? Think about that. Somebody needs to be held accountable. Just saying. Okay? And obviously, the guy that's over there running Israel, okay, one, he don't care, because obviously he didn't get dementia in 3 days, okay? So obviously he's saying he cares about the people in the people in Israel. If you care about the people in Israel, why would you allow this to happen, okay? Why would you allow this to happen? Why wasn't there any warning signs? Okay, in Israel, they use the horns. Okay, you guys, the horns. Yes, the horns. They blow on them horns. Okay, they have sirens. They have all that stuff over there. Why wasn't any of that activated? Okay, why didn't they get on national TV and say 3 days? The Egyptians said we're going to be under attack, because they didn't want the other Muslim guys to know. No. Okay. You're trying to save lives out here. Okay. You got to do what you got to do. And if you don't do it, to me, it seems like you're hiding something. Just saying. Okay. And you guys need to start thinking more. Okay. I'm not saying you got to choose this side, okay? Because I don't have no sides. Okay. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And this is dead wrong because innocent people are dead. Innocent people are missing. Innocent people are being held captive. Obviously, we've seen this on TV. Children. And now I'm really starting to believe were these cameras that were actually taking pictures of the girl, the girls, the kids, all this, where they were actually being taken, were they staged to be there at that time? Okay, because obviously somebody was manipulating something here. Okay, just saying, for us to get this information out, out there on television and stuff, so we can see, so we can be like, oh my gosh, we got a bunch of radical Muslims, okay, which we do, okay, but not all Muslims are radical. And there's people right now that don't have no electricity, don't have no water, okay, no running water, no food, okay, and they can't even get to where they can get food, or they can't get to where they can get water. Okay, the basic necessities. You need food and water. You got children to feed. Okay, what are you gonna do? They have roads blocked off. Okay, they got people bombing innocent people, innocent civilians. Okay, that's not right. It's not an eye for an eye. Okay, so my question is, why weren't they warned? Okay, weren't they warned? Okay, because they want their land. Now, do they want their land for a smart city? Because in Hawaii, we obviously seen they want their land for a smart city. And you know what's interesting? I'm starting to notice this. This is a pattern. We got Hawaii. Now we got Israel. Who is next? Who is next? Okay. Is it going to be South America? Is it going to be the United States? I'm just saying, some parts of the United States. Because obviously they need somewhere to put these smart cities. Okay. So they're going to pick a certain spot in the United States where they're going to, I don't know. Okay. So we have to, hey, Kay, we have to start thinking, you guys. Okay. So what I'm seeing, and one of my viewers earlier, Vanessa, she said this, and I felt this when I first heard this. I said, this reminds me of Hawaii. Okay. But also I seen the video where I think it was a missile or something. Now I'm starting to believe who actually started. There was a missile or a building that went down. Okay. How do we know? And I seen one guy on a parachute. Okay. In the air. One man. It looked like one man. I couldn't see if it was a man or female. I don't know. But we seen one video that I've seen. I don't know about you guys. And I said to my friend, I said, there was one person on a parachute or whatever. One person. If there's people coming in and attack, wouldn't there be more people on a parachute? So my question is, was this stage? Okay. I don't know, you guys. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay. And I don't feel like we'll fully get the story until time. I said this earlier, time tells everything. Time. Okay. The time that we can actually see. Okay. And, we can actually see it on time. Like, time is going to tell all what's really going on over there. And I just feel like Israel people, the guy that's running Israel, okay, he has failed the Israel people. And I will continue to say that because he knew 3 days prior. Okay, so he should have got on TV and said, look, Egyptians told us we were going to be attacked in 3 days. Okay, so this makes me think, okay, if you didn't tell your people, okay, obviously you wanted this war to begin. Okay, so why do you want this war to begin? Is it because of land? Yes, it's because of land and what's under the land. Okay, you guys, but we need to continue to pray for the missing Americans. Okay, and we need to pray for both sides. Okay, both sides. All right. because we only know what we are being shown. We only know what we are being told. Okay, we have never lived over there. We have not experienced what these people have experienced. The Egyptians already know. I have a lot of Egyptian friends. Okay, they're all talking about this. Okay, they have known this been going on for quite some time over there. Okay, this is not new to the Egyptians. This is not new to the people in Israel. This is not new to the people in Palestine, because the people over there, Hamas, Palestinians, have never attacked the people in Israel like this, but they have attacked them before. This is not the first time. Okay. So I think eventually in time we will get the full story, and then we can come to our own conclusions. But this is definitely a divide and conquer, you guys, a divide and conquer. And why didn't people in the UK or people in America, okay, our government say, look, Egypt even told them that we were going to be attacked in 3 days. Okay. Everybody's talking about it in Egypt. They're like, we told them that they were going to be attacked in 3 days, and look what happened. Okay. Because they haven't told us is because they want the land and they want to divide and conquer. Okay. So I think we will get the full story in time, and we will come to our own conclusions to this. And this is definitely a move of divide and conquer in the land grab. All right, you guys, this is Jennifer Felix, sending you guys nothing but love.